Hello, hi there. My name is Ahmad Azimuddin Sayed, and today we'll be discussing on a topic like understanding organization and managerial roles. As you can see, the heading as well. So there are very various sectors where an organization is, like catering and handling things, and the manager in the organization or the person who is responsible, they have particular roles to do. So today we'll be discussing about that, and by understanding the topic, we'll now proceed ahead. So as you can see, the question is, what is an organization? So the very first step is to understand uh, what is this thing, like why do we say it an organization, and what do we mean by it? So an organization is a structured group of people working together to achieve common goals or objective. Okay, so as I'll give an example. There is a car, and the car has four wheels, right? Like two in front, two in back. So there are different position of the wheels, and the car is there, but they all are working together to move towards a destiny, like like a finalized position, like a destination. So they all are having same motive, so they all are working together and they reach the destination. So this is somewhat like an organization. There are multiple roles of different people. There are heads, there are HODs, there are organizers, there are managers, there are peon as well. So, but they all are working together and trying to achieve the goal, the target which they all have decided. Now, proceeding towards ahead. So, what are the characteristics of an organization? So, the very first thing is purpose. So, the purpose, it means like what was the purpose behind this organization? Why was this organization established? There are many whys, and we have to be aware of it and prepare ourselves for it. Second is people, members performing different roles. Third is structure, defined hierarchy and coordination, division of labors, tasks divided for efficiency, continuity exists over time despite changes, interaction adapts to external environment. Okay, so as I said, there is an organization, there is a purpose, they want to achieve, they want to be successful, and like achieve the target and everything. So how will it happen? There are different people. There are different people, and they are like trying to achieve the target, and there are hierarchy, like who is the boss and who is the manager, who is the assistant, and etc. Everyone has a defined role, that what are they going to play, and how effective will it be. So when everyone is like doing the role and doing the target which they have been assigned for, so overall the coordination is good, everyone is in synchronization. So at that moment the organization is successful and it gives a boom. Okay, so now let's move towards the next question. Roles define the manager. The statement over here, so I quite agree with this. um, as it is said, managers are identified by the roles they perform in planning, organizing, leading, and controlling organizational activities. So yes, definitely, because if a person is manager, I'll tell you a difference. There is a person as manager and a leader. A leader is a person who has vision and who has structurized everything, that how things will go, and motivate everyone, and like, okay, you can do it. Okay, so that is the spirit of a leader. On the other hand, when we have a manager, so manager is a person who executes and make sure that other person are doing their roles. So it is the manager who is making making sure that everyone is doing their own part, and this is a role of a manager, like like making sure that everything is completed on time, and it is being done properly day to day life, like the course which are like defined and everything. So it is happening. So it is manager's role to do that. Okay. And then executing, being very formal. So manager is like, very formal person. Like, okay, this is that, this task is that, he'll give the task, he'll do it himself, he'll make sure it happens. And on the other hand, the leader is a person, he's quite casual, and like very talkative, like much supporting, motivating everyone, giving the vision, that why are we working on this, and so like that. This is what differentiates manager from leader and leader from manager. And as I said, this is what um, the role of manager seems to be. Okay, so I quite agree with this. Now moving ahead, managerial roles. Like now we'll discuss what roles are there. As I said, so now we'll get to know it more about it. So interpersonal, leader, legion, figurehead. So as I said, leading the projects and executing, and whatever the problem is there, figuring it out, and etc. Then second is informational, monitor, disseminator, spokesperson. So also monitoring overall project, how other people are doing, and explaining the project to everyone, talking. And if you want to present it to someone, so yeah, they are the one who presents it in front of them, because he is the one behind, like, mastermind, something like that. Then decisional, entrepreneur, resource allocator, negotiator. Now for example, just an example, there is a project he's working on, and his team is there, and a party comes over, and like they want to see the presentation and everything. And they do the presentation and everything, they give it. And then it is his responsibility, and he makes sure that the party, like the person whosoever has come, the other company, to buy or whatsoever, so he negotiates with them on his own terms and condition, and makes the decision for it. So this is what overall view of a manager. Now moving towards the last part of my questions, what a manager does: plans, set goals and strategize, organizes, allocates resources effectively, leads, motivates and guides team member, controls, monitors performance and results, communicates, share information clearly, decides, solve problems and improves outcome. So this is what an overall manager's role are. So I hope that this overall gist of my questions and the discussion which we had right now is quite understandable for everyone. And this, I think, it had covered majorly what aspects could a manager, like or like, like execute the things and all. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you.
In today's dynamic and competitive environment, effectiveness is generally more important to organizations than efficiency. While efficiency focuses on doing things right, that is, minimizing costs, resources, and time, effectiveness emphasizes doing the right thing to achieve strategic goals, adapt to change, and meet customer needs. Modern organizations operate in an environment characterized by rapid technological advancement, global competition, and constantly shifting consumer expectations. Under such conditions, being efficient alone is not enough. A company can be highly efficient at producing a product, but if that product is no longer meeting the marketing demands, its efficiency becomes irrelevant. Effectiveness ensures that the organization's efforts are aligned with its vision, mission, and changing external environment. For example, companies like Apple and Tesla prioritize innovations and customer satisfaction, key aspect of effectiveness over merely cutting costs. Their success depends on producing what customers truly want, not just producing it cheaply. However, this does not mean efficiency is unimportant. In fact, once effectiveness is achieved, once the organization is doing the right things, efficiency becomes essential to sustain competitiveness and profitability. In conclusion, effectiveness should come first, as it determines what an organization should do to remain relevant and successful. Efficiency should follow, ensuring that those right things are done in the best possible way.
Hello and welcome. In this short video or slide, I will present the discussion question number 3. So It's all about the differences between managerial functions of profit organization and non-profit organizations. So they are different in multiple factions. So I will quickly summarize some of them in this table. So which will be on six differentiated. So the first one is the purpose or goal or aim. So for profit organization is the main goal is to make money for the owners and shareholders, while non-profit is different from that, and their goal is not to make money; it's just to serve social, educational, religious, or charitable missions. The second point is financial management. So for profit organization is the revenue or the income comes from selling products or services. All the financial things that they are managing comes from the products they sell. Managers' aim is to increase profit and reduce costs. So when contrast the non-profit organizations, the revenue comes from donations, grants, and fundraising. So managers must carefully manage budgets and ensure funds are used for accountability, which is all about who will be leading uh, those going on things. So in profit organization is accountable to shareholders and investors. So these are the ones who are actually managed. So while non-profit organization is they are accountable to donors or they undergo those are grant providers and the donations donatories. Uh, the fourth one or the fourth point is workforce or the labor, what we call labor. Uh, for profit for profit organization is there are employees that are paid about what they have done, while in non-profit organizations employees they contain they are composed of two. One is staff and the other ones are volunteers. So the staffs are paid and the other ones they do things for voluntary. And in terms of managerial faction, ownership is a big difference in profit and non-profit organizations. Mostly, profit organizations are owned by individuals, partners, and shareholders, while non-profit organizations owners and they do not have owners or any surplus revenues. So that's also another case. The last point is the tax. So in general, for-profit organizations they pay a tax to federal, while the non-profit organizations they do not, or they are exactly exempted from these taxes. I think this question is all about that, and I think it is clear. Thank you.
Hi, I am Naim and today I'll be presenting discussion question number 4. The topic is examples of managers performing the 4 management functions. I'll explain how real companies demonstrate these key functions in their daily operations. Let's have an overview of the 4 management functions. Managers perform 4 fundamental functions to achieve organization goals. According to Robbins and Culture, managers perform 4 essential functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. These functions are interconnected and help organizations achieve goals effectively and efficiently. The first function is planning, and my example is Apple Corporation. Tim Cook, Apple CEO, is deeply involved in long-term strategic planning. For example, during the development of the Vision Pro headset, he coordinated product design, technology, partnerships, and pricing strategies to ensure global success. This shows the planning function because it involves forecasting, setting goals, and deciding how to reach them. Next, the second function is organizing, demonstrated by Toyota Motor Corporation. Kido Toyota's executive chairman, ensures that the Toyota's production system runs efficiently worldwide. Teams are structured into small cross-functional groups and suppliers are connected through the just-in-time system. This is organizing because it involves arranging people and processes so the company runs smoothly and efficiently. Third function is leading, and a great example is Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. When he became CEO, he transformed Microsoft's internal culture by encouraging teamwork, empathy, and innovation. Nadell often interacts with employees directly through town hall meetings and online discussions. This shows leadership because he motivates and inspires employees to align with the company's vision. The fourth function is controlling, which is strongly applied at McDonald's Corporation with over 40,000 outlets worldwide. Managers monitor food quality, service speed, and hygiene through digital systems like the restaurant operation improvement process. When results fall below standards, the company takes corrective actions such as retraining, or system updates. This is controlling, ensuring that actual performance matches the goals. Here's a quick summary. Each management function plays a vital role in ensuring success across organization. Apple shows planning through product strategy. Toyota demonstrates organizing with its production system. Microsoft represents leading by motivating people, and McDonald's highlights controlling through performance monitoring. Together, these examples show that all four functions are necessary for organizational success. In conclusion, effective managers combine all four functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling to achieve efficiency and effectiveness. These examples prove that a strong management practice that are what make global companies successful and sustainable. Here are my references. I refer to Robbins, Culture, and DiCunjo's Fundamental of Management, along with credible corporate sources from Apple, Toyota, Microsoft, and McDonald's official reports. Thank you for listening.
Welcome again, and in this episode I would like to present the question number 5, which is about the summary on providing 10 important policies. So here I would like to share you some of my summary. So the point number 1, it is global. It's about global scale, and as you all aware is, Walmart is the largest retailer worldwide with over 11,700 stores within 28 countries and 2.3 million employees. That you can see there is a large scale of global. It firstly highlights the importance of strong global management. The second point it's all about employee challenges. The company has faced many criticism of like sick leave policies and wages. So emphasizing the need for improved HR practices and public accountability. So point number three is all about the academy. As you all know, uh, Walmart launched in 2016 in the program that trains lower level managers to enhance their leadership and professional skills. And this shows Walmart's investment in employee in the perspective of development. And the fourth one is program purpose. The academy aims to build this. This point is linked to the third point, which is about the academy, and this one is about the purpose. The purpose that has been to build the academy is to build better leaders by improving communication, decision making, and motivation, ultimately fostering a healthier work environment. And in the next slide is now we are at point 5, so it's about the influence and the scope. Walmart has established around 100 academies across the US that shows that the Walmart crosses the offices and training over 150,000 managers, showing the program's reach and commitment to leadership growth. Point number 6 is about training content, and the curriculum covers essential retail and management skills like inventory control, merchandising, and employee motivation, preparing managers for real-world challenges. Point number 7 is all about the focus on customer experience. So customers also an important sector. So by strengthening managerial capabilities, Walmart aims to enhance customer satisfaction through consistent and positive service delivery. And the 8th one is investment in employees. Walmart has invested approximately 2.7 billion in training and wage increases, reflecting its belief that employee development is their key term to their long-term success. The last 2 points is all about the management strategy, and point number 9 is addressing management challenges. Many new managers struggle with the transition into leadership roles, often feeling underprepared. Walmart targeted training programs help build their confidence and develop the skills needed to navigate workplace challenges effectively and efficiently. And the last point will be about the competitive and strategic importance. This fierce competition from retailers like Amazon, Walmart strengthens its position by investing in leadership development. The approach enhances operational performances, fosters customer loyalty, and reinforces the company's reputation in the retail industry. I think gives all those 10 important points will give you clear understanding and deep concerns about the summary. Thank you for your listening. Bye bye.
Discussion question 110. Why train lower level managers? Walmart wants its lower level managers to be successful because they are the link between top management and frontline employees. When managers are skilled, the company runs more efficiently and effectively. Let's relate this to the 4 functions of management. First one, planning. When managers are trained properly, they can set clearer goals, manage schedules, and make better decisions about things like inventory and staffing. Second one, organizing. They should know how to assign the right tasks to the right people and ensure that the store runs smoothly and effectively and make sure resources are used wisely. Third one, leading. Good managers motivate and inspire their team members. They lead by example, communicate well, and create a positive work environment. Fourth, they check performance, solve problems, and make improvements when needed. Discussion question 111: Benefits and challenges of the training program. This kind of training provides several key benefits. First, it builds stronger leadership and management skills, which helps managers handle daily challenges. Second, it increases employee motivation because well-trained managers know how to communicate and encourage their teams. Third, it ensures consistent customer service, making sure every customer has a good experience in any Walmart store. It also helps reduce employee turnover, meaning fewer people quit because workers feel valued and supported. Finally, it gives managers a clear career growth path, showing that the company is willing to invest in their future. Challenges of the training program. Of course, a large-scale training program like this also comes with challenges. First, it's very expensive. Walmart spends billions of dollars on training and wage increases. Second, while managers are in training, they are away from their stores, which can temporarily affect daily operations. Third, it is hard to maintain consistency. With over 100 academies across the US, not every session might be able to be the same quality. Lastly, some managers might find it difficult to apply what they have learned once they have returned back to the busy store environment. Discussion question 112: Additional training topics. To make the Walmart Academy even more effective, there are a few more topics that could be included. First, I think managers should learn more about people skills. Things like how to communicate better, how to listen, and how to deal with different kinds of personalities. These are very important because managers work with so many employees and customers every day. Second, they should get more training on decision making and problem solving. In a store, problems happen all the time. Maybe a product is out of stock or a customer is upset. Managers need to know how to think fast and make good decisions in those moments. Third, Walmart could teach more about technology and data. Nowadays, everything in retail involves data, from sales to inventory. If managers know how to read reports and use digital tools, they can manage the store more effectively and efficiently. Next, it's also important to train managers in handling conflicts and diversity. Walmart has people from many different backgrounds. Managers need to know how to handle disagreements in a fair way and make everyone feel respected. And finally, I think strategic thinking and innovation are key. Managers shouldn't just focus on daily tasks. They should also think ahead, look for new ideas, and find better ways to serve customers.
Hi, so I am Prigel and I am going to discuss the next discussion question, which is about how can a company like Walmart attract talented college graduates who are often reluctant to pursue a career in retail organizations. So, usually, many college graduates are not interested in working for retail organizations because of various controversies over employee related issues, such as low wages, poor treatments, and negative perceptions about the career progression. And because of that, many graduates feel that there is no clear promotion track or opportunities for self-development, which leads to the idea that they'll be stuck in a low-level job, making them not wanting to work in a retail company. And that is why, in my opinion, companies like Walmart can attract talented graduates by transforming people's image of the company from the ones that have negative employee issue into a company that is great for skill and career development and also for building a stable and long-term career. And those positive perceptions from the previous slides can be achieved by actually treating the employee well first through better employee benefits. For example, a company can provide health and wellness benefits such as medical coverage and company provided health insurance. Then, the company can also provide an education and career growth support, like tuition assistance for those who want to continue their studies, and training programs like the Walmart Academy to improve the employee with their skills and to expand their promotion opportunities. And of course, lastly, competitive salaries are also very important because I think company needs to offer reasonable and attractive pay if they want to recruit and retain talented graduates, because if not, some graduates would rather work in other places that pays better. So I think therefore all of these efforts that I just mentioned can help counter the negative image related to employee treatment in retail organizations, and I'm sure there are even more ways that can help change people's perception through employee benefits, but these are all that I can mention. Additionally, another important effort to improve the company's public image is through company exposure. And one of the low-cost ways to do this is through social media. So, through social media, the company can share positive stories, employee experiences, and achievements to build a stronger reputation and show people that it's a good place to work in. Lastly, the other way to company exposures besides social media is through collaborating and partnering with well-known universities, because this allows the company to get exposure directly to students and create a direct pipeline to a pool of highly skilled and job-ready graduates. So therefore, I think this is a good way to attract students' interest to join and work at the retail companies like Walmart.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Right now I'm going to discuss the question that I got. The discussion question is, does an organization have an ethical responsibility to assist new manager transition into their position? In my opinion, the answer is yes. An organization does have an ethical responsibility to assist new manager in transition into their role. When employees are promoted or newly hired into management position, they face new responsibility, expectation, and pressure. Providing proper training and support ensure that they can perform effectively, make fair decisions, and lead their team responsibly. There are 3 points that I would like to give based on my opinion. The first one is fairness and duty care. It is unfair to place employees without giving them tools or knowledge to succeed. Supporting them show respect for their well-being and professional growth. The second one is impact on others. Manager influence the moral, performance, and satisfaction of many employees. Poorly prepared manager can harm not only the business but also people who they supervise. From that, we all know managers play a crucial role in ensuring employee well-being and organizational success through effective leadership and preparation. The last one is organizational integrity. Helping manager transition properly demonstrate that the company values competence, fairness, and accountability. For example, the big company like Walmart already built trust and strong workplace culture by invest in training through Walmart Academy, reflect this ethical commitment.
Case application 2, managing without managers. Let's start with a quick overview. Spotify is a Swedish company founded by Daniel Ek in 2008. It completely changed the way we experience music. Instead of buying individual songs, people now stream unlimited music for a monthly fee. But what's really interesting is not just what Spotify does, but how it is managed. They use a very modern and flexible approach to management. Unlike traditional companies that have many layers of management, Spotify keeps its structure flat. That means fewer managers, quicker decisions, and more creativity from employees. This is especially important in the fast moving tech world where companies need to adapt quickly. The core of Spotify's structure is the squad. Think of Squad as a small startup inside the company. Each squad focuses on specific missions, like improving a feature in the app. There is no manager. Instead, they have a product owner who helps the team set priorities. Everyone in the squad contributes their own skills, whether it's programming, design, or marketing. Now, squads don't work alone. Several squads that focus on similar areas form a tribe. For example, squads working on the mobile app belongs to the mobile tribe. Then we have chapters. These are people with same skill sets across different squads, like all programmers or designers. Chapters are where traditional management still exists, such as performance reviews and promotions. Lastly, there are guilds, informal groups of people with shared interest, like a community that forms around a certain idea or a project. Spotify's approach gives employees a lot of freedom to be creative and make quick decisions. That's a big reason why the company stays innovative. But of course, too much freedom can be risky. Without strong oversight, things can become unorganized, or some people may take advantage of that flexibility. So, Spotify always try to balance freedom with accountability.
At Spotify, management is undertaken collectively by teams rather than traditional managers. The company uses a flat organizational structure built around squads, chapters, and guilds instead of hierarchical management. So each squad acts like a small, self-managed startup team that works on a specific project or part of the Spotify experience. So within each squad, there is a product owner who ensures that the work is prioritized and aligned with the overall company goals. Chapters and guilds also provide guidance and coordinations across different teams but without formal authority. In essence, Spotify's management responsibilities are distributed among the team members, product owners, and chapters, promoting autonomy, collaboration, and innovation instead of top-down control. So, to answer this question, Spotify might manage poorly performing individuals or teams through peer accountability, feedback systems, and chapter support, rather than traditional managerial supervision. Because squads are autonomous, team members are expected to self-manage and evaluate performance collectively. So for chapters, which group individuals with similar skills likely play a role in offering mentorship, skill development, and performance improvement guidance. So, regular communication and transparency within squads also help identify and address the issues early. However, this system could present challenges. Without clear hierarchical control, lack of direct supervision might lead to inconsistencies in performance management or slower intervention when problems arise. Yet, Spotify's culture of trust, openness, and collaboration help reduce this risk, as the team members are encouraged to take responsibility and continuously improve.
Hello everyone, I'm Ethan. So let's dig into the first question, which asks if there are any similarities to traditional management at Spotify. Now, at first glance, the answer seems to be a clear no. The case study describes a radical structure. You have squads, which are like little startups with no formal manager. You have tribes, which are a collection of squads, and guilds, which are informal groups for people with shared interests. The whole philosophy, as the case points out, is to let this team work autonomously and discourage dependency, so they can make changes incredibly quickly. It looks like a system designed specifically to avoid traditional management. However, and this is the key, if you look closer, the answer to the question is actually yes. The case study points directly to the chapters. This is where traditional management is hiding in plain sight. Chapters group people by skill, like all the programmers from different squads, and the text specifically that states within these chapters there are clear lines of management and responsibility. The chapter lead is the one handling all classic management duties, staff, development, pay, and progression. So Spotify has eliminated management. It had just separated the creative day-to-day work from formal long-term career management. The case notes that they're unique because they did recognize the need for these basic management activities. Furthermore, the very things that make this model work for Spotify would be bugs or critical failures for almost anyone else. The case study explicitly points out the potential difficulties. It warns a lack of control overall and opportunities for the freedom to be misused. Imagine that lack of control in a bank, a hospital, or an airline. It would be a disaster. Finally, the text even question is long-term scalability. It says that as Spotify grows in size, they may need to reflect upon their approach. Furthermore, the very things that make this model work for Spotify would be bugs or critical failures for almost anyone else. The case studies explicitly points out the potential difficulties. It warns a lack of control overall and opportunities for the freedom to be misused. Imagine the lack of control in a bank, a hospital, or an airline. It would be a disaster. Finally, the text even questions its long-term scalability. It says that as Spotify grows in size, they may need to reflect upon their approach. So, if the model might not even work for Spotify as it gets bigger, it's definitely not a proven or effective approach for another company to adapt. Thank you.